Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to another vlog. I am super excited because it's also the Winterween vlog. I think I'm just gonna do a week of the vlog because that puts less stress on me. Okay, so my TBR for this week is, let me read you the prompts and then I'll give you the books that I'm reading for it. So the first prompt is to read a book in the dark, of which, you know, tonight, if there's any load shedding, I'll be reading in the dark. Okay, cool. The second prompt is a book with a witch on the cover, and for that I'm going with The Lost Witch. I don't know really, I'm not entirely sure what this book is about, but I'll tell you more when I get into it. And then a snowy or winter setting, a book with a snowy or winter setting. For that I'm going to go with Frostbitten. I think this is by far my most hectic book, can you say? The rest are very fantasy orientated. This is more paranormal. I don't know what else to call it. It's paranormal and it's got werewolves. So, you know, I should probably read this next because I'm dying to get back into that. And then a book with purple on the cover. In my readathon, my January hopefuls, I was going with another book. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something about ash and shadows. But yesterday I got the arc for Dance of Stars and Ashes by Nisha J. Tully, and the first book, which was Heart of Night and Fire, was like my favorite book of August, I think. So I think I'm gonna be reading the arc for the second book there. I've already started. I'm like 18% into the book, so that I'm aiming on finishing today. And then the last prompt is a book with W in the title, and for that I'm gonna go Alice in Wonderland. Okay, for that I'm gonna go with Alice in Wonderland because it's short. It's the text is very big, and I just need something, I think, after all these books just to take a breather, I guess. So those are the plans. I'm super excited. Yeah, let's just jump right into this video. So as I've said, I'm on 18% of Nisha J. Tully's book and I'm really enjoying it. The premise of this book is basically we get Zarya, who's been secluded in this sea cottage house, like in the outskirts of this, what do you call it? Swamp. There we go. And she wants to get out, she wants her freedom, but obviously the guardian that she's living with, his name's Ro, he doesn't want her to go. So he's put spells around this house and she can only get so far before fainting. And then when she wakes up, she finds Ro there and he's like, told you, you're not going to go anyway. And then things happen and Ro disappears and the enchantments around the sea cottage disappears. And so Zarya, determined for her freedom, she sets out to go to, I think the place's name is Dagrab. Could be wrong on so many levels. Anyway, so she goes to the city and she discovers a whole lot of magical elements in it. And she also discovers that she has hints of magic, but she also discovers that she has hints of not like unwanted magic or banned magic, but she has very rare kind of magic for the sort of person that she is, because the country is divided into, I think, 6 parts. So she consists out of this one part and she has like the most rarest magic of them all. And yeah, I don't want to delve into further spoilers if you want to go read this book, because I suggest you do. If you love fantasy and if you love slow burn, I would definitely suggest picking this book up. The second book is apparently just as bad with the slow burn. I don't know, like I say, I'm only 18% into it and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying Zarya's personality. She's very, like, I don't take crap from anyone. I'll say the things I want to say and that's that. And yeah, the slow burn between her and the other character is just like, get there. There was a point where they stood close to each other and I was like, just kiss her. Please, just kiss her. But yeah, that's not gonna happen because it's a slow burn. Anyway, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the writing style as well. It's very fantastical and whimsical and it just transports you into that world so much. It is also, I believe, like South Asian inspired is what Nisha said in her book. She tries to incorporate that in all of her books. So yeah, it's interesting, it's lovely, it's beautiful. It just, I don't know, it's exciting and I'm loving it. So I think I'll be updating you once I reach like the 50% mark and then we'll see how we go from there. But for now, I'm just enjoying it, enjoying the time I'm having with this book. I was reading 2 other books. I was reading Queen of Nun and also House of Earth and Blood, and because I've read House of Earth and Blood before, it was just like, you know what, I'm dropping everything. This is the book I'm reading. So yeah, I think that's my update for now. I'll see you guys later. everyone, just a quick check-in. So it is currently 4:45 and it's rather rainy and it's very dark. I don't know if you guys can, okay, I don't even know why I'm showing you. It's raining. Anyway, so it's very dark in this room. And I don't know what the load shedding schedule looks like for tonight. I should probably just check, but hey, whatever. So I'm thinking I'm counting this as reading in the dark because technically I need a light to read. I don't know, is it weird? I know it's supposed to be spooky and everything, but this book isn't, well, it's got elements of spookiness in it, but it's not like heavy on the spooky. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned I'm on 37%-ish right now, and the book is getting really good. I'm really enjoying it. I can't put it down, but at the same time I'm like, I want to play The Sims. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see how it goes from here. Wow, the sun is actually out today. Okay, hello everyone. Happy Monday and day 4 of Winterween. Yeah, I was trying to make my calculations. I was like, am I right in saying that? Okay, so, quick update. I finished Heart of Night and Fire. That's a lie, that's the first book. Dance of Stars and Ashes by Nisha J. Tuli. Late Saturday evening, my in-laws came to visit and we had like a braai and everything. So I didn't want to record my reading process, and also I was cleaning the house at first. So, you know, that was not fun at all. So most of the time it was just me reading or sitting in front of the TV with my husband and then reading. So yeah, that's what we did on Saturday. And I finished the book. I really enjoyed it and I adored it as much as I adore the first book, and I'm anxiously awaiting the third book, which I don't know when it's coming out because I think she's focusing on the Fate of the Sun Queen series right now, which is fine. You know, I can't complain. I am going to see if I can dive into those books soon. But for now, I would just say, because I don't want to spoil a lot of things, because if people would want to read it, I think they would want to go in it blind. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the further development in the stories. Nisha J. Tuli has this way of starting her books that just grabs your attention. I mean, the Trial of the Sun Queen was that bee stole my soap. That's the first sentence. And yeah, it was rather enjoyable to read the book. And I think the second book started with something along the lines of the princess didn't know she was going to be kidnapped tonight. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Why are we starting the sentence with such, no, not the sentence, but the chapter with such, I don't know, ominous mood? And then it turns out it was just like a happy-go kind of thing where they wanted to take the princess out before she becomes the queen. Basically, I don't want to spoil further into that. Sometimes you realize that there's like a break in a book where the author wants to pause before going into more serious things. But with this book, everything just flowed into one another. Every day had a purpose and every part of the book had a purpose. There was no like, this feels useless kind of thing. And with the first book, it was the same as well. Each and every scene flowed into one another and it was just breathtakingly beautiful. I finished this book in 3 days. If I had the chance, I would have finished it in 2 days. So yeah, all around an enjoyable time. So I'm going to send you back a few days before when I started another book, and then we'll come back to this. Hello everyone. I don't know what that was. Happy New Year. I am currently reading Queen of None. I can't remember who's the author. I saw this arc on NetGalley and I thought I would apply for it because it's about this, how can I say, it's Arthur's sister and how she is prophesized to be a person who is never seen. You know, like she disappears into the background, and you know, she lives one of those princesses' lives where she's married young, has to have children for the lineage of the kingdom, and you know, it's all for political gain when she's married off to people. And then her husband dies and she comes back to essentially what we know as Camelot. And as she goes back, she pledges her late husband's crown or kingdom to Arthur, Arthur being kingdoms. He's very happy about it. And then she's trying to win herself back, like become a known princess, and it's prophesied that she's not going to be like this world-renowned princess or anything. And then she's married off again, much to her dismay. And yeah, we're just following her through, you know, like this trials and tribulations she's going through, and it's very fun to read. I didn't think I would be enjoying it, but I don't know, the cover alone is just like breathtaking, and it drew my attention. I was just like, Yes. This book came out in like 2020. I didn't know. And it's a whole series. Second book came out 2 years ago now, and I don't know when the third book is going to come out, so I just have to do some research, but I really am enjoying the storytelling behind it. Okay, so a bit of an update on Queen of Nun. We get Anna, and she's Arthur. Sorry, I'm just thinking, so I'm staring off into the distance. She's Arthur's, I think, closest sister. She also has like half sisters called Morgana and Marquise, I believe. It sounds really weird. And then Arthur's obviously married to Guinevere. Lancelot is there, but I believe his actual name was Lancelot. I don't know. Arthur's, like history in general, I don't really know. The only background information about Arthur is The Adventures of Merlin. That is my background. So it's very new to me to read this book and be like, oh, okay, so, some weird information there. Like Morgana, I believe, in the show was obviously Arthur's half-sister, but he didn't know that in the beginning, so she kind of had a thing for him, and I was like, when they finally found out, I was like, okay, so that's weird. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, so the book has a lot of magic in it. I really thought it was going to be more like of a historical fiction kind of story with a little bit of magic, but it is kind of centered around magic. And Anna has this magical element about her that the author is actually focusing on. And it's really good. So far, I am really enjoying it. I thought I was going to read, like a chapter a day and get into it. But sometimes I find myself like paging through the chapters even more. Granted, these chapters are very long. Like they are so long. And at times I'm just like, can you get to the point? Luckily, there's like breaks in between, or I just make my own break. So that's also good. Anyway, so yeah, I'm currently on 45% right now. A lot has happened so far. She's now been married to Lancelot. And I thought Guinevere and Lancelot ended up together. That is just I don't remember why I'm thinking this. But now there's a spin on things where King Arthur, he's like, is interested in men and women. And when he saw Lancelot, he was like, hot eyes and everything. So it was a political plan from Merlin's side, who is severely evil in this book, and I don't like it. Anyway, from his side, to marry Lancelot to Anna, so that things between the king and Lancelot are not questionable at times. I don't know. But when she kind of confronts him about it, he's like, no, I'm still pure, because he's a man of Christ, as they call him. So he doesn't want to give up his purity and his knighthood yet. So they haven't consummated the marriage yet. It's weird. But he's like, if you want to, we can. All you have to do is ask. And she's like, yeah, but what if the king asks? And he's like, no, only you. I like you. I married you, but I like you. And she's like, okay, but I'm not going to question what the king asks. And he's like, Anna, only you. It's as simple as that. I don't know what's going to happen further down the line. They are now going to the Lady of the Lake, who is also her aunt. So, and the cover boasts with Anna holding the sword. So this is a sword that she has to go take to Arthur, but I think she's going to use it. Not sure. She also had to swap one of her maiden's children with that of Gwen's actual son, because according to Morgana, who's Morgan in the book, she saw that if the actual son of King Arthur rules, it's going to be disastrous for Camelot, or Carillon as they call it. So yeah, it's a fun book, I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it's just, I don't know, I'm enjoying it immensely. I really am intrigued to see where this is going. I finished Queen of Nun that sounds so like the nun. No, Queen of Nun. Nothing. Queen of Nothing. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book as well. This is so far a very great reading experience for me, especially for 2024. I'm really enjoying the process of it all. Anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make. Queen of Nun. I don't know in which category this is going to fall in. Maybe I should check. Okay, so the first prompt was read a book in the dark, and I think I did that well because of darkness, And then read a book with a witch on the cover. This is not it. Read a book with a snowy or winter setting. Read a book with purple on the cover, or read a book with W in the cover. Queen of Nun falls in none of these. So it's fine. I'm just gonna, it's just randomly part of my TBR. I said it in my Goodreads review as well. I grew up with The Adventures of Merlin. I really adored that show. I don't think I started watching at like season 1. I started watching at season 3 after my best friend, like, she kind of forced The Adventures of Merlin on me by showing everyone in our school pictures of Bradley, and she wanted to know between Bradley and the actor who played Merlin, who's the most attractive. And I distinctly remember everyone taking another picture of Bradley and be like, this guy, and she's like, no, but it's the same guy, and none of them understood that. But anyway, so fun times being in primary school, you know. Anyway, so I really adored the show. I felt like I lost a friend after the finale of the season. Like, it really ended on such a way that I was like, I need more, you know. It ended on such a sad note as well that I just wanted more. And with the process of the show, I really fell in love with, I won't say like Merlin was my favorite character, but I fell in love with his character and the way he grew, especially when he became Merlin. What did they call him? He had another name when he was this old guy. I can't remember, but when he was this old guy, it was hilarious as hell. Anyway, so that was the Arthurian lore I grew up with. I do know a little bit about Arthur and his story and Lancelot and all those people, but I never delved deeper into it. And then when I saw Queen of None, I was like, hey, I really want to dive back into the Arthurian tales, so maybe I should, you know, just give this one a wangle. And this one is basically about Arthur's biological sister, Anna, and how she fades into the shadows because it was prophesied over her by Merlin. And the more you read this book, the more you realize Merlin is not such a great character. And it baffled me at first because I was like, I know Merlin as this very nice guy. Like, he tries his best to save everyone's life. And in this book, Merlin is, I wouldn't say he's bad, but he's just not one of the good guys. Like, everything he does in the kingdom of Carolon, and not Camelot, he does it for his own benefit. And Anna feels like she's been really victimized by him through this, and a lot of other women as well, because women were like nothing, you know, in those times. They were really lower than low. You were there to seal to bring people together by marriage, kingdoms was, and you were there to bring heirs to the throne. That was basically all you did. And yeah, it was very interesting to see how Anna decided she was going to take matters in her own hands, and she was going to become what they feared most. She was going to become a woman of power. And yeah, it was just very fun to read about. It was also very random to see that she was paired with Lancelot. I don't know, that was just so, everything was so random to me in this. And I think Natania Barron, she does a lot of research, or she did a lot of research in the Arthurian tales, so she knows a lot more accurate history than what the Adventures of Merlin were based on. And I think, you know, the magic system in this book is not real. I don't know. You never know. I have never encountered magic, but you know, if it exists, cool. How she connects everyone to everything. And she mentions the fall of Arthur's reign through Lancelot, and I was just like, oh, okay, so it does play in. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 stars, and I think I'm going to read more of the books. I don't know if I'm going to find the arcs, but if I don't, I might just delve into them on Kindle, because I don't think they're that expensive. Maybe I should check. Or on Amazon. I see I can't remember who it was. One of the publishers took up her books so that she can publish it. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to delve further deeper into it, but I really want to see where it goes from there. I don't know if we're going to follow Anna, or if we're going to follow, what's her name? Margot? I think it was Margot, or Morgana. Morgan? I think her name was Morgan. I don't know. But we hint to Morgana, or if we're going to follow someone else. I don't know. But yeah, this is just a very great book if you like the Arthurian tales, if you want to dive into this, but find it from a more feminine side and a more women take matters into their own hands, because this is definitely what happened, and I loved it. I really, really loved it. The ending was really surprising to me, but I did love it. It did not go on a 5 stars for me because there were some things that I was just like, okay, I don't know what it was. Sometimes you feel you know when it's a 5 star and other times you're just like, eh. Anyway, so the next books that I aim to read for these last few days is Frostbitten and Alice in Wonderland. And I'm thinking I'm gonna dive into Alice in Wonderland for today because my friend and I are reading Hellbent. So yeah, that I just need something short that I can read today for the prompts. I really hope I enjoyed it. I've seen the movie and the movie's cool, so let's continue. Okay, I wish I could tell you I'm done with Alice in Wonderland. I'm not. I really am not. That was very loud. Okay, so I'm on chapter 2 or 3, I think. Hold on. I'm there where Hamish wants to ask her to marry her. If you've seen the movie, you would know. I don't know. This is such a weird book. It's got like everything that the movie has, so I don't know why my best friend bought it. I know she was highly obsessed with the movie, but I don't know. Anyway, it's on my 24 reads for 2024, so I am going to read it. Not today. I'm tired. I'm very tired. We had drama at my mom's house today because she didn't want to pick up her phone. Anyway, so yeah, and tomorrow I have to go to them for some things I don't even know anymore. I'm sorry guys, I wish I could tell you I read a lot more. If I can get to chapter 10 for my other book, I might dive into this tonight. That sounds like a plan. Anyway, those are the updates. Luckily I don't have to make food tonight because my husband's bringing food home and I'm so grateful. I actually just feel like I need to read, to watch a bit of shows on TV and go to bed because happy Winterween day 5, everyone. I can't believe we are almost at the stretch of it. Is today the last day? No. Really? No, it says until the 11th, right? Yes. Oh, it spans for 7 days, not 5. I don't know where I got that idea from. But anyway, so yeah, happy day 5. Hopefully today I can make a dent in Alice in Wonderland. I'm busy with it and currently on chapter 5 or page 65. This book has like 236 pages and I am aiming to finish this today so that I can get to my other books. I don't think I will be reading any other books as part of Winterween because although I would like to read Frostbitten, I'm busy with Hellbent and that takes a lot of energy. So I think maybe Alice in Wonderland is going to be my last book. Maybe I'll read something else. I don't know. It's all about enjoyment. So I am enjoying myself. But yeah. If you've watched the movie, you would know about Alice in Wonderland. I'm currently where she just met, what's his name? Absalom. I'm currently where she met the blue alligator reptile. Let me try that again. Caterpillar. Now she just saw herself killing the Jabberwocky and it's very concerning for her because that's just weird. Anyway, so I think I'm just gonna continue with this for the rest of the day and see where the day takes me.
I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through. Call me all night long. Try to
Wow. To say I'm pooped would be, hello, understatement. Don't work from home. Don't work for a place that owns a website. I don't know, just... Anyway, before I tell you about the good news, my job's website was hacked today, so yeah, it was stress upon stress upon stress for me. So I'm not IT, but things have to go through me before they can go on the site. And yeah, it was just a fantastic day. Anyway, I finished Alice in Wonderland. I almost whacked myself on the head with this thing. And I really enjoyed it. I think my Goodreads review was like, it's like the movie, but wordy. You know, if you enjoyed the movie, I'm sure you will enjoy the book as well. It's a fun, light-hearted book. Granted, some of the themes are very dark in here, but it's fun to read about. It's quick to read. You can easily finish this in a few hours. And the only thing I highlighted was where the Hatter told Alan. Sorry, I'm tired. Where the Hatter told Alice that you were much more muchier. You've lost your muchness. And Alice being like, your muchness? And I remember the first time watching this and I was like, I understand that. I completely understand it. And yeah, today I've lost my muchness. I have no more muchness in me. But anyway, yeah, it was a fun read. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a 5 stars, but it was a 4. It was great. It was entertaining. And that's all it has to be. So I think I'm gonna call it a day for that. I was going to read The Lost Witch. Okay. But I don't have the energy or the need to actually go through and read a book right now. Obviously, I'll still read the book sometime. But I see I have an audiobook on Everend that's Witches of New Orleans. Let's see if I click on it. So it's 2 hours long. I don't know if I can sit on it, but anyway, I'm assuming it's just about witches in New Orleans. I'm gonna listen to it, see how I feel about it. Obviously, if it's 2 hours long and I put it on 2-speed, it's an hour. I just want my brain to just unfrazzle for a bit. So Witches of New Orleans is going to be my audiobook as well as the book that has witches on the cover. So I'll let you know how the story is. I just need like a few minutes to, I don't know, regroup my brain, watch some Sims videos and hope I can survive the rest of the day. Hello everyone, happy Winterween day. Is it day 6 right now? I'm sorry. After yesterday, my brain's just so frazzled. We're on the 10th, yes. So it's day 6 today. Tomorrow is the last day. I don't think I mentioned finishing Witches in New Orleans or Witches of New Orleans. It was quite an enjoyable book. It was a 5-part short story series about 5 witches in New Orleans. One can work with fire, one can work with curses, one can work with the wind, that kind of stuff. It was very entertaining to listen to and just switch off my mind. It's just 2 hours long, but I think I finished in like an hour and a half or something. Because somewhere along the line I kept getting interrupted and I was like, I just want to be left alone so I can finish this. Thank you very much. So today, I'm just going to be listening to House of Earth and Blood because I do not have the energy to do anything else. I do not have the energy to read, and there's nothing on Everend I have found that completes the other prompts. So whatever. It is what it is. I did enjoy the reading experience, but I'm tired. It's finally the end of Winterween, and yeah, I can say I enjoyed this reading experience. I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but I really did enjoy it. Thanks to Gabby for creating Winterween. It is Winterween, yes. It's summer here by us. Okay, that just baffled my brain. Anyway, so to recap, I need to figure out and remember what I read. Okay. Yes, the first book I read was Dance of Stars and Ashes. Really enjoyed it. It was a fun experience. I adored it. It was also my first book for 2024, so yay me. The second book I read was Queen of None, but there's like no way I can put it in any of the prompts, so I don't think... Maybe I'm gonna go with a winter setting because it's blue and I associate the color blue with winter. Don't ask me. So that's what I read. Then I read Alice in Wonderland for the prompt W in the title, and I really enjoyed it. It's much like the movie, so yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Then I also listened to Witches of New Orleans by Bridget Dillery. I think that's how you pronounce this surname. It was fun. It was fun to read. And then I finally finished House of Earth and Blood yesterday. And I don't think there's a prompt that's going to fit with the book, but luckily I did finish it. So for the first 2 weeks of January, I finished 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is awesome. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. If you participated in Winterween, or what was your first read for 2024, or in a more general question, how was your first week of 2024? And I'll see you guys in a video next week. Bye.